Alright, in this video, we're going to talk about a solution of 3.3 from number 13 to 16. So you do know that number 13 to 16, we are allowed to use a calculator because we want to get the answer in 3 decimal places, okay? So this is one of the formula. We get to use the change base formula. So remember, when we have the calculator, that will be a base 10 or natural log. So I can write this as a natural log, base is E, 18 over natural log of 4. So make sure the original base, had to go to my denominator. So therefore, yes, indeed, you can get the decimal as you see. But all we want to say it is, make sure the original base had to be at the bottom, okay? So this is how we get the answer. Now, I do want to talk about what happened when we don't need to use the calculator. So when we see the exact value, that means I don't want to see a decimal. So using the property of the log function, it's good enough. So what you see is what you got. Now all about the base the same. So leave me alone. What we care about is the minus. By the log property, I know that minus means division. So the base is a 5, but minus tells me that will equal to 125 divided by 5. Can I continue to simplify? Yes, you know that. Log base 5, when I simplify this, 125 divided by 5, just be 25. You have an inspiration all about a base, 5 and 25. Hey, I can rewrite this as a log base 5 to the square. Now you will smile because what we say, base the same, cancel out. Because the base is 5 and this is also base is 5. So base the same, cancel out. So that tells me my final answer just be 2. And yes, indeed, 2 is my final answer. Do not overthink, okay? All right, moving on. Number 18, all about the base. Now again, natural log, the base is E, but here we also have a E as the base. So base the same, cancel out. What do you see left? You see 6, and you also see the 5. What is the relationship here? 6 times the natural log E to the 5. So that would be 6 times 5 plus 4. Okay, now all about the base the same, cancel out. So what do I left? I get 4 times negative 2. Can we do mental math? Yes. So I got 30 minus A, so the answer will be 22. And yes, indeed, this is the perfect answer. Do not overthink. Moving on. In class, we mentioned about, hey, I do not like the fraction. So step 1, you know that I can rewrite this guy as a natural log. Base is E, but what you see here, it's a fraction. So I'm going to rewrite this guy as the -1 as the power. So I have a square root E to the power 3, but to a -1 power. So that's good? All right. Then it comes to we do not lie. It is the square root. So I can rewrite this guy as E to the power 3, nothing wrong with that, but I'm going to change the square root to 1/2 power. Don't forget, your original has a -1, so bring it down. Okie dokie, what do we say? Base the same, cancel out. Natural log base and the E base are the same, so cancel out. What do I left over? I got 3 times 1/2 times -1, so the answer will be -3 over 2. And yes, indeed, this is my perfect answer. Do not overthink. What you see is what you got. Okay, moving on. 20, this was the easy one during classroom time. No solution because think about my log function, okay? My domain never become negative, so believe in yourself. No solution. Okay, that's correct. All right, then how about 21? No calculator, all about the base. Remember what we talk about. If you get used to the Q rule, or the fourth rule, okay? So this will be the trouble. I don't want to see this ugly radical. So that tells me step 1, I'm going to rewrite this guy log base 2, but I'm going to rewrite this guy as 32 to 1 over 4 power. So far so good. Now you may say that, so I know that by the property of the law, when I see the power, I can bring it up front. You are correct. So that gives me 1 over 4, just a number up front. So now I can housekeeping. That gives me log base 2 of 32. You have idea. All about the base. The base is 2, but 32, I know something about the 32. 32, I can write it as power 2 to what power? We say that the power will be a 5, right? So now what do you see? Base the same cancel out. So the log base 2 and the base 2 of the exponent, they cancel out. So what do I left? You got 1/4 times 5. So the answer will be 5 over 4. And yes, indeed, you are correct. We do not need a calculator. And this is what we want to say, confident, okay? Moving on, the last one. In classroom, we mentioned about, what will be my step 1? Well, the more you do it, you kind of have your own system. So if you ask me, I will share with you, I do not like a fraction. So therefore, I can say that step 1, I'm going to change the 1 over 81 as 81 to the negative 1 power. Therefore, my step 2, I see the power, so I can move the power up front. So that gives me it's negative 1 times log base 3 to the 81. Hey, I got an inspiration all about the base. So the 3 is my base, and I can rewrite the 81 to base 3 to a power. So yes, indeed. So now I got negative 1 times log base 3 of 3 to the power 4. And what do we see now? Base the same cancel out. So what do I left? I got negative 1 times 4, which will be negative 4. So therefore, my final answer is negative 4. And yes, indeed, what you see is what you got. Okay, so one more time. When we talk about the log function, the fun thing it is we can use the property. And that's all. Thank you. Have a good day.